Right, today is VR. You'll need your VR pack and we're going to be doing paper 3. But before we do paper 3, we're going to have another practice at sorting information. So you'll need to get yourself a piece of paper ready. Right, VR, to warm up today, we're going to do another table and sorting the information into a grid in order to answer some questions. So John and Sally like pets. Rita and Mike like football. Mike and John like biking. Sally and Rita like skateboarding. So the questions we need to answer. Who likes football and biking? Who likes pets and biking? And who likes skateboarding and football? So the first thing we need to do is draw ourselves a grid like this. Ta-da! We have 4 boxes because there's 4 people mentioned in the text. So the first thing we need to do is put an initial of each person in each box. Like so. The next thing we need to do is go through the text and sort the information. So John and Sally like pets. So we put a P in the box with John's initial and a P for pets in the box with Sally's initial. The next thing the text tells us is that Rita and Mike like football. So we put an F in the box with Rita's initial and 1 in the box with Mike's initial. The next piece of information we need to sort in the text is that Mike and John both like biking. So put a B in the box with John's initial and 1 in the box with Mike's initial. Our final piece of information to sort tells us that Rita and Sally like skateboarding. Now we've sorted all the information, answering the questions will be easy. Please pause the video while you answer the questions. So question 1, who likes football and biking? Look, all you needed to do is look through the boxes to see who had an F and a B in it. So it was Mike. Mike liked football and biking. The next question was who likes pets and biking? So you needed to find the P and the B. The P and the B are in John's box, so it was John that liked pets and biking. And the last question, who likes skateboarding and football? So this time we're looking for an S and an F. And it was Rita that liked football and skateboarding. When you do the paper, please remember to read the questions carefully and particularly pay attention to any examples it uses. If there is a question you're stuck on, please put a mark by it and go on to the next one. Then when you're finished, go back and try it again. Quite often when you go back to something, you'll see it slightly differently and you might be able to answer it. Questions 12 to 16 look a bit tricky, but they're not as difficult as you would think. You just have to look at the pattern between the first two, and then see what it is before you answer what the next one is. For question 16, treat it separately as the letter and a number. So there's a letter pattern and a number pattern. I'm sure you can work it out. On the other side, questions 27 to 30 are exactly like the example that we went through together. This time though, rather than actually giving the children names, they have just used an initial for them, so don't be put off by that. Please make sure you draw yourself a table to sort the information, then you will not make any mistakes. Please pause the video while you complete the paper. When you have finished the paper, please check through thoroughly before you restart the video and get yourself a coloured pencil in order to mark your answers. Right, with the coloured pencil, mark the answers and then write the score next to it. So for the first question, there are 4 marks because you can see that there is a 4 in the right-hand column. This gives us a big clue that we're looking for 4 words that don't have any 2 letters the same. So these 4 are aunt, uncle, lion, and mouse. Baby has 2 B's, niece has 2 E's, sheep has 2 E's, and stoat has 2 T's. Count how many ticks you got and write that score in the box. Alright, the next 5 questions, you need to take 1 letter away from the word in capitals to leave a new word. The meaning of the new word is given in the clue. So the example is stare. We see it in the sky. So that would be star. We would take the E away. So number 5, read, a colour. So we get rid of the A and it is red. The next one, howl, a bird. we get rid of the H and we have owl. Number 7, club, a young lion. So you get rid of the L and that is cub. Number 8, cast, an animal. So we get rid of the S and it gives us cat. And the last one, number 9, that, we wear it. So we get rid of the first T and that leaves us hat. Count how many of those 5 you got right and write the number of ticks you've got in the box where it says the little number 5. Question 10. If May the 1st is a Thursday, what will the date be on Saturday? So Saturday will be 2 days later, so it'll be the 3rd of May. Friday will be the 2nd of May, so Saturday will be the 3rd. I'll let you give yourself a tick if you've written 3 or 3rd. Question 11. If Christmas Day is on a Sunday, on which day will Boxing Day be? It even tells you in brackets that it's the day after Christmas Day, so the day after Sunday would be Monday. Give yourself a mark out of 2, 1 for each question. Right, the last questions on this page, 12 to 16. A to B is to C to D, as E to F will be to G to H. Because if you look at the alphabet they've given you, it is along the top line. So A and B are next to each other, then it goes C and D, which are next to each other, then E and F, so it will be the next two, G and H. Question 13. B is to D as F is to H. If you look at B to D, it misses C out. So then F would miss G out, so it would be H. Question 14 is a bit trickier. A to C, so that has missed B out. And then it's B to D, and then C to E. So then it's going to be D to F. So it's going in pairs. So AC, and then it's going to be BD, CE. So if you look at the alphabet on the top, each pair is missing one letter out in the middle. Question 15. ABC is to DEF as GHI is to JKL. Much more straightforward. So it's just the next 3 letters in the alphabet. And the last question, A2 is to B3 as C4 is to D5. So each letter is going 1 along in the alphabet and each number is increasing by 1. Count how many ticks you've got and write the score next to the box where it says 5. Then add up your total for this page. Question 17 to 21. So you need to underline the word in brackets closest in meaning to the word in capitals. So the example is shout, and the word closest to that is cry. Question 17. It will be leave, go and leave. 18 will be fast and quick. 19 will be wet and damp. 20 will be cross, and that goes with angry. And 21, wash, and that goes with clean. So there's 5 marks there. Count how many ticks you got and write it in the box where the 5 is. Questions 22 to 26. You need to rearrange the muddled word in capitals to make the sentence make sense. So the school bus was late this morning. 23. It is very cold today. 24. Where is your pen? 25. I have lost my book. And 26. I can't see it here. So again, there are 5 marks there. Count how many ticks you've got and write the score next to the 5. And the last question. As you can see, I have drawn a table myself to help me answer the questions. So 27. Who paints yellow dogs? A paints yellow dogs. 28. Who paints orange cats? So I look at my table and I'm looking for O and C, and that is D. Who paints orange dogs? So I am looking for an OD, and that is E paints orange dogs. And finally, number 30. Who paints yellow cats? And that is M, who has the Y and the C there. Write your score out of 4 and put it next to the box. Add this side up. Then add that total to the total on the other side and write it at the top of the page. Then please send me a photo of your score. Also, if you could send a photo of both sides so I can see where you have made any mistakes. Well done. Award yourself some house points depending how well you think you did and how hard you tried. A maximum of 2.